Okay, let's do some exercise on Python functions. So I am opening a new file. Right, I'll define a function def function name is sq, and it will receive a number. I'll say print a into a. Outside this function, I am taking the value of a from the user. Now, if I run this program, I'll just save it. I will not close the parenthesis. This is my answer. Enter number. I was supposing 10. Where's my output? Where's my answer? Why? It's not showing the answer because in this, though the function is there, but we have also asking the input from the user, but we have not called the function. So in order to for the function to execute, we need to call it. How do we call a function? By writing its name, sq, and then we will pass the value of a from here. As is 20. Now the answer is the square of 20, that is 400. So what is this? This is the function definition from here till here. This is the function definition, and this part is the function. This is the main function in which we are asking the value from the user, calling the function and passing the value. Supposing if I say now, what will be the answer? The answer will be the square of the number, and after that it will print hello. I was supposing 5. So it's 25, which is the square of 5, and then the string hello. So this is the way you can use the functions. Supposing now here, supposing I am not printing here, I want to return this value, so I will write down return a into a, right? And when it is returning, then we need to store the returned value inside some variable. So what we have done here is, what changes we have done is, we are calling the function, passing the value of a, and whatever this function is returning, that particular value is being saved in b, and now that means I will print the value of b here. I will say supposing 25. So answer is the square again. So in the first case, we were just printing the value of the square inside the function, and in this case we are returning the value of the square, and that particular value is printed in the main function. This is our main function actually, right? Your program can have any number of functions. Supposing this is one of the functions, I can also define one more function here. Supposing def is supposing sum, a comma b. This function will receive two values and it will return the sum of the values. Now here, first I am entering a number, finding its square, storing the square in b, printing the value of b, and after that I will call sum function and pass the value of a and b. Now this value of a and b should be saved in some variable, supposing c. So the statement becomes c is equals to sum a comma b. The returned value will be stored in c, and I'll print c square. So enter number, just concentrate on this code simultaneously. Supposing the number is 10, square of 10 is 100. 100 will be stored in b, it will print 100, and then 10 and 100 will be passed to the sum function. The value of a is 10 and b is 100. It will find the sum, which is 110, and print the sum. Let's see. So this is 100, which is the square of 10, and then this is the sum function working here, which is adding the value of a and its square, that is 100 plus 10. 110 is my answer. So this is the way you can use your functions. This is a program file which is having two functions, right? This is actually having three functions. This is one def function, this is another second function, and this is the main function, we can say, this whole thing, right? So this is the way you can do it. Over here, a and b, these are known as arguments. Arguments or parameters are the values which we give to the function on which the function processes. Now supposing you can do all those questions that you can, supposing I want to print Fibonacci series up to n times, so I can also do that. So I'll say def print Fibonacci series up to n series, up to n terms. Now the logic of the Fibonacci series, that will be same. The only thing is that the same question that we were doing earlier in the main function, now we will be doing inside a user defined function. That is the only difference. The logic remains same. So I'll say a is equals to, supposing for I in range, supposing I'll say c is equals to a plus b